are at the James Beard House, and today we're interviewing Chef Mike Isabella of DC's Graffiato. We're talking about his restaurant expansions, his upcoming cookbook, and the DC dining scene. Tell me a little bit about your restaurants in DC. You've expanded quite a lot in recent years.
Yeah, we have 3 restaurants. We have Graffiato, which was our first, our baby, our Italian-inspired restaurant that does small plates and pizzas and pastas and things like that. And then we opened up Potluck, which is more of our northern Greek, maybe a little bit more modern style Greek restaurant, which opened up this past summer. And right next to that was G, which is a sandwich shop by day and a tasting menu at night. So we have a lot going on right now, and we signed a lease and we're opening up another Greek restaurant next summer.
And so you're known mostly for Italian cuisine, but you've expanded into Greek cuisine. Tell me a little bit about sort of the roots of your Italian cuisine and why that shift has happened.
Well, you know, I am Italian. I grew up in a very Italian family, so I've been eating the Italian food for a long time. But, you know, I never cooked it professionally. I've only eaten it and cooked it at home.
Right.
I actually cooked Greek professionally for years.
And you're also known for your time on Top Chef. People, you know, on Top Chef and on All Stars. And do you find that that helps the restaurant? It brings people in with certain expectations, because when you've put yourself out there like that, it's a little different than most chefs where people are just used to the restaurants.
Yeah, you know, being on Top Chef, you know, it obviously helps. It helps definitely bring people in the door, people coming in from out of town, or the locals who support you during the show. So, you know, for me, I always want to put up a good product regardless of whether I was on the show or not. And that's kind of what we focus on. But yeah, I mean, it does help, and it does bring people in the doors. You
weren't always a DC chef. You know,
no.
You were in New York, you were in Philly. Tell me a little bit about, you know, your evolution to becoming a DC chef.
Well, you know, I started culinary school in New York City, and then I worked in New York for a little while, moved to Philly, left Philly, moved to Atlanta, and then I moved to DC. Now, the reason why I moved is because I wanted to work for certain chefs. And then when I went to DC, I worked for Jose Andres. I ran Zaytinya, which is an Eastern Mediterranean restaurant, Greek, Lebanese, and Turkish. And, you know, it was a great city. It was close to my family, close to my wife's family. A lot of great product coming out of the area, a lot of great people, a lot of great purveyors. And I really kind of fell in love with the city. And I said, you know, why leave them, you know? And so we opened up our first place, Graffiato, a few years ago, and it's been a huge success, and we just keep on opening different projects.
And I mean, you've been seen by a lot of people as part of this movement to make DC more of a food town. It wasn't always seen that way. Do you feel like DC is evolving and becoming more excited about food, rather than having sort of a few of these chefs that are well known, but not necessarily having the depth that I think it has now?
Yeah, I mean, DC was definitely a very basic culinary food scene. There's probably a couple of chefs that you could name off the top of your hand, like, you know, Jose Andres, maybe Michel Richard. Not many more than that, but there were some locals. I feel like I was a big part in changing the scene, and now, with the rebuilding of the whole entire city, there's all these new neighborhoods. There's all these chefs coming in. You have the big names, out-of-towners coming in. There's no culinary scene has grown this big, this fast in any city. Obviously, New York is a monster.
Right, but it's always been a monster.
But it's always been a monster.
Right.
You know, DC really wasn't much, and now it's becoming into this great dining scene with so many great chefs, so many different concepts, all different neighborhoods. So it's been really special to be a part of that.
And do you have a new book in the works? Is there anything beyond the restaurant openings?
We are actually working on a proposal right now for a cookbook. I'm working on dishes and hopefully will be published by 2015. So we are working on a Greek cookbook.
Wonderful. Well, excited to see it. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat. Really appreciate it.
It's an honor, it's a pleasure, and it's great to see you again.
Thanks so much for watching, and for more of our At the James Beard House series, go to potluckvideo.com.